Okay, hey, so before we continue this is kind of a part 2 to my previous video, so if you haven't watched that, I suggest going to watch that first before this one, please. It gives more info as to what I'm about to explain here, and it also helps with the channel getting more recognition. I need more views on my videos, so thanks. Oh, and by the way, did you know 88.9 of you aren't subscribed? Don't subscribe. So, you remember that thing I left out in my recent video? I believe I am prepared to tell you what that option is. I've been thinking as hard as I can about this theory, and I do definitely think that it is a solid theory until proven otherwise, like by the series itself. I don't know if anyone else has come up with this yet, and if they have, not enough people heard it. For the follow-up of my last video, I explained and tried to decrypt the story that Elderflower told about the greedy bat, as well as the spider and that one bat that tries to communicate to it. I gave 5 options that could explain what happened, but left out only one, because I feel like it would be a bit too much to get into for the video I have already made, so here is the true and final option I could come up with. Option 6. Dawn the Bat is Twilight Sparkle, the greedy bat is Opaline, and the spider is the spirit of the Tree of Harmony. Hear me out! So everyone has watched in Chapter 2 about the message Twilight Sparkle gave, right? Warning the main 5 about Opaline and whatnot, and how she tried to protect Equestria.
I'm with you.
What if that isn't Twilight Sparkle?
Stop!
What if, instead, that is the Tree of Harmony? The spirit of the Tree of Harmony, who gave that message for the new generation.
I'm with you.
Meaning, when things were getting catastrophically bad in Ponyville, and all of Equestria was threatened by Opaline, Twilight not only turned to her friends, but the spirit of the tree, the key to all harmony. Though because it was so much effort, it put the tree at risk of losing its own magic. The tree still helped create these crystals we know now, to protect all of ponykind from this threat in this dire time. Twilight and all of her friends contributed to this moment and created the Unity Crystals. This protected what the pony tribes had, as they did represent unicorns, pegasi, and earth ponies. As the tree predicted Twilight's reign and almost all of the other events in G4, it also predicted a growth in magic for earth ponies and the possible future of the next generation to come. Twilight took notice and believed that if anything were to happen, a chosen pony would come to bring back these free tribes and save Equestria once more. I guess the whole thing about Argyle being a soothsayer might be a little true. Just a little. Anyway, she knew that keeping magic out of Equestria would keep Opaline from destroying it, even if it meant that all ponies would no longer have their magic abilities, for Celestia knows how long. But it might have possibly been a risk worth taking to save Equestria in the state it was in, as the spirit as well as Twilight realized that a new generation had to grow. So, the spirit left a message contained within the crystals if something were to ever happen to them, and that pony does succeed in this endeavor. Like a piece of its spirit was left inside, leaving a message from itself, as well as on behalf of Twilight Sparkle.
I am not Twilight. I am merely the messenger.
As the origin of the tree slowly died down, it left behind seeds for the ponies to grow, continuing to keep that harmony alive as its final wish. Those seeds then eventually growing to become the together trees we know now in G5. Twilight still had to deal with Opaline since she was still around, and tried giving her a chance to change by giving her a seed of her own, trying to let her change into someone better. But Opaline refused to change her ways and still tried to gain whatever magic she could for herself. That included Dragonfire. She is a fire alicorn, after all. So, with no choice left, Twilight banished her from Equestria with the help of the Tree of Harmony, or what was left of it, and created a bubble surrounding the land. The Unity Crystals were guarded by 3 chosen ponies representing each tribe. What happened afterwards is still unknown to this very day. Maybe these crystals still worked without being together, but only lasted for very long, or maybe once they split, that's when their magic stopped working entirely. The together trees that were once bonded grew apart when the tribe split entirely. The only tree left standing is what we know now as the wishing tree in Bridalwood, containing a magical wishing star that landed from the sky, kept within the trees to keep it alive, even giving it a whole new purpose. There is also what is believed to be the empty remains of what was once known as the Treehouse of Harmony, which is now a normal tree. But we don't know if this will ever be returned within the series yet, as it was only shown in the movie and confirmed by directors that that was supposed to be the Treehouse of Harmony, or what was left of it. There's, well, also the question of why the Chest of Harmony is in Opaline's castle, and why her castle was grown from one of the seeds that contain these together trees. Was the magic from the Tree of Harmony so weak that it was easy for Opaline to steal? Was it removed by other means? Again, we don't know, and can only come up with these theories. And as for the other species, we still don't know what exactly happened to them. We know that Breezes are still alive within the bubble of Equestria, especially contained within the wishing tree. But what about the changelings, the yaks, griffins, hippogriffs, Kirans, the fucking diamond dogs, parrots, the cats? What happened to all of them? The only thing we can assume is that they are outside of this bubble of Equestria ever since this happened, like how the Dragonlands appear to be. But that's it. I don't know how much the spirit really considered the other species, despite seeing them as a new prophecy of harmony before in season 9. They did create the Treehouse of Harmony, so I don't get it.
Your friendship and the friendship of future generations will always be safe within these walls.
Future generations, huh? Ouch! Ouch! That actually fucking hurts the more I think about it. Ooh, yikes. No. I don't know about that whole future generations part, unless you're planning to regenerate this goddamn treehouse when everything's settled. Ow! I do believe that this isn't Twilight speaking here, at least not fully. I mean, you see all the sparkles around this hologram, you can argue that this is just a hologram. But the spirit of the Tree of Harmony also had this sparkly effect around them when they were communicating with the School 6. Plus, it's still taking the form of a younger Alicorn Twilight, not her full-grown form. And also, Elderflower's referring to a spider. A spider
Giant
has
enemy
multiple
spider.
legs. And trees have multiple roots. You get the connections a little bit? This could definitely be the spirit of harmony itself that's speaking on her behalf, as well as explaining what it also believes. Of course the main 5 think it's Twilight. It looks exactly like her. That's what the School 6 believed first as well, until they learned what exactly it was. So maybe it's the same for this case. At least from what I've put together. I don't really have any other evidence besides what I have shown here today, and I'm terribly sorry for that. I know my theories might just revolve around headcanons that really can't be proven to be true, but the G5 series hasn't been going on for long enough to give us more of those answers. And there isn't a whole lot else to take from the G4 series. It took G4 quite a while to get into more of this world building, so I'm gonna give G5 its chance to show what else it can do down the road. Maybe some of these theories and headcanons can be proven to be right, or just stay as simple theories and headcanons. Only time will tell. And my god, I wish I had a Tree of Harmony of my own to help me predict some of these fucking things. This was rather short, however, still good to get out there for others to dip their hooves into and speculate for themselves. There are indeed some plot holes that even I'm having trouble filling, but I hope this, as well as my past opinions and theories, can help. I've been Dressy Greenheart, and I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.